Dear friend, welcome to this moment of reflection and spiritual inspiration. My deepest desire is that these words find a place of comfort in your heart and that, throughout this journey, you feel enveloped by the peace and hope that only God can offer. Before we continue together, I invite you to unite your mind and spirit in a brief prayer. Lord, Creator of heaven and earth, we ask for your presence to be with us in this moment. May every word written here be a light that illuminates the path of those seeking direction and comfort. May troubled hearts find serenity, restless minds be soothed, and may each reader feel your hand guiding them through life's storms. In Jesus' name, life can be compared to a journey across the sea. There are days of calm, where the sun shines, and everything seems to flow in harmony. But there are also stormy days when waves threaten to engulf our small boat, and the horizon disappears beneath dark clouds. It is in these moments that our faith is tested, and the true meaning of trusting in God becomes clear. We all face storms. They can take many forms: financial challenges, unexpected losses, broken relationships, or even the feeling of being lost without a clear purpose. During these storms, it is natural to feel fear, doubt, and even despair. But it is also in these times that God's hand becomes most evident, guiding us even when everything seems out of control. God's word offers us comfort and direction. In Isaiah 41 verse 10, we are reminded, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This verse is a powerful reminder that God not only watches us from afar but walks beside us, holding us firmly when we feel close to falling. Imagine yourself in a small boat, violently rocking on a turbulent sea. The waves are high, the wind is strong, and you can barely stand. Amid the chaos, a light appears. It is God's hand, shining brightly, extended toward you. This image represents the spiritual truth that, even in the most difficult circumstances, God is present, ready to guide and protect us. The challenges we face are not signs of abandonment but opportunities to grow in faith and trust. Just as gold is refined by fire, our faith is strengthened through difficulties. God does not promise a life without problems, but He promises that He will never leave us alone. In Romans 8 verse 28, we read, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This verse reminds us that even storms have a greater purpose. When we look at challenges through the lens of faith, we realize they are tools God uses to shape us. Each difficulty teaches us something about ourselves and about God's character. They teach us to rely more on Him, trust His wisdom, and let go of our tendency to try to control everything with our own strength. It is important to remember that God's presence in our lives does not eliminate suffering but gives us the strength to face it with hope. Think of Peter, who walked on water toward Jesus. As long as he kept his eyes on Christ, he was able to walk on the sea. But when he focused on the waves around him, he began to sink. Similarly, when we face storms, we need to keep our eyes fixed on God, trusting that He will sustain us. Surrender is a powerful act. Imagine yourself holding heavy stones, representing your worries, fears, and anxieties. Now visualize placing these stones at God's feet, feeling the relief of releasing the weight you carry. This is God's invitation to you, to surrender your burdens and trust that He will take care of every detail. Finding peace amid storms is possible when we recognize that God is in control. He is the captain of our boat, skillfully guiding us even through the roughest seas. This peace does not come from the absence of problems but from God's presence in our lives. When we accept that we do not need to have all the answers and place our trust in Him, we discover a serenity that transcends human understanding. God calls us to moments of stillness in His presence. It is in this silence that we hear His gentle voice and are renewed. Take a moment now to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine God's light surrounding you. Feel His peace calming your heart and clearing your mind. He is with you, sustaining and guiding you. In the darkest moments, when our strength seems to have run out, that is when God carries us. He is the shepherd who seeks the lost sheep, the father who patiently waits for the prodigal son, the faithful friend who never abandons us. His presence is constant, even when we cannot perceive it. Let this message serve as a reminder that you are not alone. God is by your side, holding your hand and guiding your steps. He knows every doubt, every tear, and every fear you carry. And He loves you deeply, with a love that does not depend on circumstances but is constant and unchanging. May you find strength to face your storms, courage to trust in God's hand, and hope to believe that better days are ahead. May your faith be renewed, and may you know deep within your soul that God is in control of all things. He is faithful, and His divine hand will always guide your boat to a safe harbor. Trust in God, keep your faith strong, and remember that true peace is found in His presence. He is the light that never fades, the guide who never loses his way, and the hand that never lets go.